I'm here today with Eddie Wickens from Pass Right Kapiti Driving Academy. We are going to be driving around the streets of Kapiti and I'm going to be resitting, as it were, my full license. Kind of just to maybe prove to people that you might not pass your license if you were to actually sit it these days. So poor old Andy's going to strap himself in. Hopefully I'm, well, my 10 years of having my full license, hopefully I am an okay enough driver, but we'll see. Are you frightened?
Not at all. Well, there's, two different things. Okay enough driver is what probably most people are on the road, but being able to pass your restricted or your full test today is a different story, for everyone on the road.
We will see.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
So the full test is 15 to 20 minutes. You report 15 minutes early for your test, whatever test time it is. You report 15 minutes early for that test, and your paperwork should have been done previously. You do your paperwork, which includes photo and eye test and things, for your learners, your restricted, and your full. So you do the paperwork 3 separate times. If you're doing your restricted or your full test multiple times, you just do it the once.
Right.
For each license.
Okay, right, that's good to know, yes.
Okay, so at the moment what you're doing is driving with one hand on your lap and one hand on the steering wheel. We're going to go right here.
See,
now what you did then is you moved onto a separate turning lane without shoulder checking.
Right.
Okay, so most shoulder checks are critical errors if you don't do them. And on the restricted test, 3 critical errors is a fail or 2 at the start. And by the start I mean the first 15 minutes, the first section. And at the moment you're doing pretty much 39 and a 30. So now you've just gone past the 50 sign.
Goodness, see?
So if that was the test, you just got a critical error for 39 and a 30.
And I consider myself an okay driver where I think I observe the road signs and that sort of thing. That's shocking. Okay,
now you're going too slow because you're doing less than 40 and a 50 now. And 10k under for no reason with someone behind you is a critical error.
Right.
So doing the test like a nana or a boy racer are equally as bad. There's specific times to check your mirrors, and if you're not checking them at the right times, you are losing points, and you can actually fail on points on the restricted and the full. So you did a merge then, you indicated, you mirrored, and you shoulder checked. So you did that perfectly correct. We'll go right here, indicate, mirrors, shoulder check for the lane change, and you're still speeding.
Still speeding, and I'm very conscious of this now.
You've sped the whole way through that 30.
So I've been conscious that I'm speeding and I'm in a 30k zone, but I still haven't stopped because I've got so many other things to think of.
Right.
That's not conscious driving, right? That's you're making me aware of so many things that I'm not thinking of.
Yeah. So you're still in a 30. Workers on the right, aware. Oncoming traffic, keeping left. Car in front, safe distance. Pedestrians, aware. Nothing behind. You can choose to be awesome. That red car in front of us just rolled through a stop sign.
Compulsory stop. Now
they just rolled through a stop sign.
This is a big thing for me too.
And you're looking, and that's a really bad idea. So you're looking, which is a bad idea. Remember?
Okay. Yes.
So by looking, you're not thinking about stopping.
No, you're right.
You did actually stop, but you barely stopped.
You
were a feather away from rolling through that stop sign.
That's making a point, but not stopping.
Now you're sitting on the line, which you don't want to do either.
Alright, so we came back. I've been driving around in the Pass Right Kapiti car for the last hour or so, resetting my full licence to see if I would actually pass these days. I came in fully unprepared, much like a driver would nowadays. You're not prepared to sit your test, right? How did I do?
Okay, if you'd have had some preparation, you probably would be fine, okay? But without preparation, you would have failed in about the first 5 minutes. One thing that you weren't capable of doing is doing 30 in a 30 when you were distracted. And that's why 50% of people doing their full in Kapiti at the moment are actually failing the test. And that's way higher than the national average, okay? So take this as an indication, take it on board yourself. If you're doing your restricted test or if you're doing a full test, do some homework. But not just with anybody. Find someone who's really good at what they do, that has really good pass rates, really good reputation. So sitting a test without preparation is not a good idea. It's basically a waste of money and a waste of time. So do it once, do it right.
Nice. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I'm glad I didn't crash you today.